But you gotta live your truth. And you gotta make that change the best way possible. The best way you know how. With no malice. I mean, we all make mistakes. But that's what life is about. Living and learning. A lot of people think what I do is easy, but I can say something about that. And I really don't wanna sound cheesy, but it's time for y'all to hear facts. Me and Pac started this back in '08. No one paid us no mind. But it seems when we work through the bull-ish, everybody want a piece of our time. Piece of my time. I can't really help what you think of me. Yeah. I can't really change your mind. No. I do it for the love of community. Yes. But you would rather waste your time. Damn. Talking about what you would have done better if you were in my lows. In my lows. Then you probably would have been better if you had your show. Had your show. No matter what I do, you not satisfied. Mortified simply for the fact you not more than mine. But I decline all the back and forth while I sip the wine and analyze all the sleep souls in the woke line. I wrote rhymes during broke times, though at times there was no time. And the lines, they were blurred lines. I tried to search, but I can't find. But what I found, yo, it ain't mine. So what I gotta do to get through to you? What I gotta do just to make it true? I speak my mind on the online, but offline you just challenge me on what I do. My mama said never argue with fools, cause the day that you do with the day that you lose, then you lose credibility. No one's gonna be feeling me, and all that you work for now is just an epiphany.
It's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love in this game, man. You must be strong. Said it's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love in this game, man. You must be strong. Sometimes I feel like it's just me against the world, but I know God is with me, and He's gonna be with me forever. It's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love. Don't let him hold you back, man. You must be strong. Said it's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love. There's no love in this game, man. You must be strong.
Yeah. But you gotta live your truth. You can't worry about what other people do or say about you. Just live your truth. We all can't agree on everything, but one thing we do need is life, love, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So let's just live that. I mean, it's like, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, you're always gonna be wrong if someone dies. But you gotta live your truth. And you gotta make that change the best way possible. The best way you know how. With no malice. I mean, we all make mistakes. But that's what life is about. Living and learning. A lot of people think what I do is easy, but I can say something about that. And I really don't wanna sound cheesy, but it's time for y'all to hear facts. Me and Pac started this back in '08. No one paid us no mind. But it seems when we work through the bull-ish, everybody want a piece of our time. Piece of my time. I can't really help what you think of me. Yeah. I can't really change your mind. No. I do it for the love of community. Yes. But you would rather waste your time. Damn. Talking about what you would have done better if you were in my lows. In my lows. Then you probably would have been better if you had your show. Had your show. No matter what I do, you not satisfied. Mortified simply for the fact you not more than mine. But I decline all the back and forth while I sip the wine and analyze all the sleep souls in the woke line. I wrote rhymes during broke times, though at times there was no time. And the lines, they were blurred lines. I tried to search, but I can't find. But what I found, yo, it ain't mine. So what I gotta do to get through to you? What I gotta do just to make it true? I speak my mind on the online, but offline you just challenge me on what I do. My mama said never argue with fools, cause the day that you do with the day that you lose, then you lose credibility. No one's gonna be feeling me, and all that you work for now is just an epiphany.
It's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love in this game, man. You must be strong. Said it's harder than you may think to get along. There's no love in this game, man. You must be strong.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Voice to Voice, Orange Click, Orange Leader. Shout out to K-Team. Speak your thoughts or lose your Mine. And what's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Doing just fine. Great, great, man. Let me just give a shout out to Gina Mitchell and Cynthia Davis for the people that just came in. Nino Black, Jasmine Trainum, and I hadn't hopped over to my Royce's rant page or whatever. I was trying something a little different. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? So this is the first time, I think I've been back since Thanksgiving, I believe. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving first and foremost. You feel what I'm saying? First and foremost, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I had a good Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty dope, pretty dope. Got to see family and friends, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of friends, you know what I'm saying? Were nice enough, you know what I'm saying, to give me some, some leftover plates and stuff like that. So, I'm always receiving those on the way out. You feel me? So, shout out to Jamie. Thank you for the plate. Shout out to Shay Green. Thank you for the plate after the video shoot. That was lovely. You know what I'm saying? Me and my producer enjoyed it quite well. You know what I'm saying? And I think you know why we smiling. But, anyway, what's up, Lawanda? Hope everybody doing good, man. And it's snowing outside. Can you believe that? But you know how Tennessee is, man. The Harley don't even stick, man. It get too wet out there sometimes for it to happen. But once again, it's snowing. And, today, what I'm saying? I'm not going to be too long. The reason why is because I'm going to give everybody else an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to hop on here. As you see, the link is at the very top here on the Royce's Rant page. And also, I sent the link over to what's up? Okay, everybody's hopping on now. I see. Yeah. All right. I put the link also in the page on my watch party. So everybody on my watch party, Danny Allmarker, Kovaris, Northcutt, Tree Mitchell, Cameron Howard, so if you guys ever want to click on that and hop in, after a little bit, you know what I'm saying, just do that. I'll make sure I welcome everybody in as soon as I get my little soapbox moment. And by the way, so if you notice something a little different, I don't know if y'all see in the comments on the regular Royce's Rant page, you see YouTube people, Periscope, aka Twitter and Facebook. So we're running 3 streams at once. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to NA1994. He said, thank you for talking about this. This is needed for my mental health journey. Josh, give him there you go. Shout out to a YouTube listener. We just now getting our YouTube kind of popped out, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. Shout out to WCDT Radio, by the way, also, you know what I'm saying, for letting us put this on their page and all that. So it's good to see a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? And even though the page just kind of got started, we got 42 subscribers. So I would say, everybody, share. I want to see them likes up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this awareness going on, because we're going to be talking about coping with our past a little bit. And I can't tell anybody how to cope with their past. I can just tell you how I cope with mine and how I'm coping. And some people have heard some of my stories, some people haven't. And I'm glad to share my story because, hey, I'm that vulnerable kind of guy that just kind of puts myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a private person, but at the same time, when it comes to the public, and if I feel like my testimony can help somebody, through whatever they're going through, I'm all for it. So just to let y'all know, I am coping with some things, you know what I'm saying? And I've got over a few things in my past, and then there are some things that I'm still going through. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am just completely, turn on my mic a little. All right, hold on just a minute, y'all. How's that, producer? How's that, everybody? Y'all good? All right, so I'm not good. I'm not completely, you know what I'm saying, over a lot of stuff that I've been through in my life. I've talked to several of my friends about some of my, situations and stuff like that. And, I just kind of want to share with everybody, for everybody that's going through it, you know what I'm saying? So what's up? Shout out to Nino Black, Sasha Simmons. And, we're going to bring Nino Black on here a little bit later because he has an announcement to make, you know what I'm saying? And something I think you guys would love to hear. So, shout out to Nino Black, you know what I'm saying? And, NA14, keep doing more of these. I feel you, man. So anyway, so let's get into this. Let's get into this, all right? So, we're talking about mistakes. We're talking about guilty actions. We're talking about abuse in any kind of form, from sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, addiction. And then topping it off with a little manifesting. You know what I'm saying? I have been going through a more journey. Do you feel me? And for the ones that know me, The ones that know me and know my story understand exactly what I've been through. What people see um, from the outside and on social media, the perception may look good, right? It looks good. I got a fire producer, got a fire little squad. You know what I'm saying? We into the music. All the bells and whistles look nice, right? You know what I'm saying? When we come on the show, I'm halfway decent looking. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But what a lot of people don't know that my past was pretty effed up, as a lot of us have. A past that's been effed up. But what I've tried not to do was make it seem like that everything is okay. Now, I don't really share all my emotions and stuff online, you know what I'm saying, typing up stuff while I'm going through all this, because I'm pretty private with that. But when I know that I can testify with something that's going to help out somebody, I'm going to do it, So, let's talk about mistakes, right? We've all made mistakes, right? It's a cliche thing to say. We've all made mistakes. But you know what? I was looking at Mike Tyson's podcast, you know what I'm saying, Hotboxing. This is one of my favorite podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And I remember him telling Lil Boosie, he said, people don't really know who you are. When all the lights are cut off and, the show is over and you go home and your four walls and your four corners, nobody knows who you are. They probably wouldn't even like who you are. That's what Mike Tyson was saying. He said, some of the things that, that I do when I'm by myself, like, you wouldn't even want to know, and I'm not saying that to say stuff that I do, but like real talk, like when we all go within those doors of our home or our respected homes, wherever we're at, we say and we may do things that we may not want anybody to know about. We all got those dark spots, you know what I'm saying? As Gina said, everybody has their dark places that no one knows about. Yep. I got you on that. And I'm gonna look at that and whenever we go to a commercial break in about 28 minutes or so, or 18 minutes. But anyway, yeah, appreciate it, Sylvia. But so anyway, back to mistakes. Yeah, we've all made mistakes, right? All made mistakes. The main thing about the mistakes is that, well, you definitely have to learn from them. But then I was the type of person where I would learn from my mistakes and then I do that ish all over again. I would do all that ish all over again. You know what I'm saying? BJ says Roy's taking some of them to the couch and others to the podium tonight. Good topic for everyone. No, that's the deal, man. That's the deal. I would learn from those mistakes and I would do that ish all over again, consciously, right? Because a mistake is, right? What is a mistake? A mistake is maybe something you've done that you're unaware of, right? You weren't knowledgeable of it and you might have went the wrong route or did the wrong thing. Oops, my bad. But then at that moment, you're supposed to learn from that mistake and then turn it around. Try not to make that same mistake again. But sometimes as human beings, we subconsciously and consciously make the same mistake again. And part of my mistakes, my past mistakes, oh Lord, relationships. Lord have mercy. I'm going to talk about that for like 5 minutes. I'm going to be off of that, all right? Because we got a few more topics to discuss. 5? No, I'm lying. It may be 10. I made a lot of mistakes in relationships. First was being in a relationship. And here's what some of the mistakes that I made being in relationships. I got in an engagement that I really did not want to get into to the point to where that person forced me to be engaged to this person, right? And even before that, when I met this particular individual, we were just cool. We were just chilling, you know what I'm saying? We were, doing our thing. It wasn't really nothing serious. But for some reason, I overthought that whole situation and I started to think that she wanted more because, I kind of fall into that little trap of like, well, women want more after it gets mundane and doing the same thing, but we never communicated like we wanted something more. I just assumed that she wanted more. And so therefore I made the tragic mistake of introducing this person to my team, to my squad about 10 years ago, 9 years ago. I introduced her to them as my girl. I remember I said that. I said, this is my girl. And I remember she looked over at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, so we doing this. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I think that's what you wanted. I thought that's what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Now, we didn't have this discussion, until we got into the relationship a little deeper. We didn't got a little too deep. But that whole time, this is where my passiveness comes from. That whole time when I was in that relationship, right? I was thinking in the back of my head, man, what am I doing? I can't believe this. Like, no, I gave up my freedom. You know what I'm saying? I left Tullahoma. I had my own place. You know what I'm saying? Working in the school system with the kids and coaching. You know what I'm saying? I was on my way up. You know what I'm saying? And I left all of that. My job, my place, and I went to be with this particular individual because I just wanted to make her happy. I assumed that's what she wanted, right? So when we got there, it was just like mistake number two. Mistake number two was I quit my mom job. I quit the job. Can you believe that? I quit my job from working in the school system, right? Because I remember her asking me, she asked me what I wanted to do. And that's when Josh and I were really heavy on our business and stuff like that. And I really wanted to take a chance on spending a year, you know what I'm saying, just working on Face the Truth. We were Face the Truth at the time. So we were doing nothing but music videos, short films, music in between the time. But that wasn't the thing that was really pushing us. It was just our film. And we were doing the SEA Awards. And then we were chilling with Soulja Boy and his manager and I Heart Memphis and 50 Cent's constituents and stuff. And just doing documentaries and just, you know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes we were getting paid, sometimes we weren't. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of got content when I started living there with her. So not working a full-time job, but working your dream, it's two different things. You're on the grind, you're on the hustle. One thing I will say is that I do appreciate the support that she did give me because I don't know too many women that'll let their man, well, I don't know. But let that man quit their job, and even if they ain't even doing that well with what they're trying to do, even though it has a lot of potential, they still hang on and support that. So I do give her props and appreciate her for that because it made me into the person that I am. But I had made two mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And really that one mistake is what made the second mistake. That first mistake I made was not communicating with that particular individual about what she wanted because I assumed that's what she wanted. Just based off of the other relationships I had, I would always think, well, if this woman wanted this, I'm pretty sure she wants this too. So I'm going to jump the gun and make her my girl and she going to be happy. Yeah, I was that passive. I was so green. You understand what I'm saying? And so being in that relationship for 4 years, I ended up getting engaged and I didn't even ask her to marry me. She got so frustrated with me, she just drove me to the Diamond Jewelers or whatever like that and said, "Oh no, we getting married." I wasn't prepared for that. You feel me? I was not prepared to get married at all. You know what I mean? So, hey, y'all can dog me if I want, but I got that 2-for-1 special. I got that engagement and that wedding ring all at once. Yes, it was on a payment plan. Thank you very much. Because I wasn't ready. But once again, being passive, trying to make somebody happy only made me worse. You know what I'm saying? So within that, I started doing things in that relationship that wasn't relationship-ish. And I got myself in trouble with that. You know what I'm saying? That was a mistake that I made. You feel what I'm saying? It's messed up. Those are the mistakes. And so I'm going to tell you what I learned from this mistake, all right? Because I want to keep it pushing. This is what I learned from this particular mistake, okay? And then I'm going to give a shout out to everybody again. I learned from this mistake, Kevin Hart, I learned from this mistake was what I say in my show every time. Speak your thoughts or lose your mind. And I didn't speak my thoughts and I lost my mind. You feel me? I didn't speak what was on my heart that very moment that I introduced her to my homeboys. I could have just said, yo, this is my friend. Because when we talked later on, even afterwards, we were cool now. She was like, I was cool with just being friends because I just got out of a divorce and all that stuff like that. I wasn't expecting to hop in there, but I was following your lead, right? Shout out to Nino. A woman will follow your lead when you take control. I took control of the situation, but I said the wrong damn thing, you feel what I'm saying? And she just went along with it because I said it so confidently, you know what I mean? So that was my mistake. And so what I learned from that, and don't get it twisted, I kept doing that along within other relationships. You feel what I'm saying? But now, as the man I am now, I try my best to speak my thoughts or lose my mind. I try my best to. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it may hurt feelings, I try to find the best way to say it, but still truthful. You know what I mean? So that lesson for that mistake is, before you jump into some ish and you know that it may not be right for you, you know what I'm saying? Why you say thoughts like that? No, man. I hope you spelt that wrong. You trying to do a double entendre. He's stupid. All right, Tahika. All right. But anyway, if it's something on your mind and you want to say something to this particular individual, to that man or to that woman, and you know it's going to put you in a better place or free you from what, where you're at in life, you know what I'm saying? Do it. Speak that thought. Because how I got out of that relationship, in closing, I got out of that relationship and I just closed my eyes and I spoke my thoughts. I mean, she had my dad on the phone and everything, trying to to make me think another way or go in another direction. And I was like, okay, I don't care whatever she puts up against me. I don't even care if she got my dad on the phone. I'm sticking to what I'm about to say. And I remember I closed my eyes and I said, I don't want to be in a relationship and I don't want to be married. And she freaking froze. And at that moment, I'm like, oh shit, I done hurt her feelings. But no, wait, this is how you feel. No, it's not selfish. It's not selfish because you're actually hurting her more by staying in that relationship. Because why? Because, brother, you've been caught before sending ick pics. I'm saying ick pics because I'm trying to watch my language sometimes. Sending those pics, talking to other women and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was a dog. So I wasn't doing her justice by staying in a relationship. It was best for me to just leave. And eventually she healed. And eventually we became some pretty good friends at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got to say about that. With mistakes, you need to speak your thoughts or lose your mind anytime you're in a situation that you don't want to be in. And you just think about all the things that, could happen before you make it happen. That goes all the way down to even having sex. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, if I do this, there's a potential. Yeah, I know. That was back in the day, though, Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? If you know that if there's a potential that this chick could get pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, look, man, y'all need to put that little Jimmy on. There's too many of us out here, you know what I'm saying, wilding out and stuff. Like, if you don't trust her, don't do it. Matter of fact, just put it on. But we all slip sometimes, right? But we have to be ready for those consequences, right? So think before you move. You know what I'm saying? Before we go to a commercial break, first let me give a shout out to people, and I want to speak on guilty actions real quick because I know we're getting close to commercial time. Let me give a shout out to Heather. What's up? What's up, Heather? She said communication is a whole level of maturity that most people never get to. You're correct. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Bobby Stafford? What's up, Tahika? What's up? Good looking out for you, my bro. Being true to your own self could be the hardest thing. It is the hardest thing. And that's why I played that song. It was called Harder Than You Think. And I spelt it with a heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it is dealing with your heart. Shout out to BJ. He said, watch that because sometimes when you bust out with the truth on a female, they turn into Captain Stabby. Yeah, I know. Mess around and get caught. You got to break it slow to them. Yep. I got to do a Usher style. These are my confession. It ain't a Band-Aid you just rip off. You right. You got to pull that joint slowly. But sometimes even pulling that joint slowly hurt too. You know how them things stick? Shout out to Cynthia Davis. Shout out to LaWanda. Shout out to Christian Davenport. I got my top fans in here. Crystal Carpenter, BJ, you know what I'm saying? All my YouTube people and stuff like that. That's what's up, man. It's good to be on YouTube. All right. Yeah, for sure. So I'll tell y'all what before I go into this next topic. Let me shout out a few more people. Laura, got a new one here. What's up, Lauren, Etherly, Ashley, you know what I'm saying? Gina. All right. I see y'all. What's good? So if y'all don't mind, we're going to be right back, all right? Right back in just a minute. We're going to take a little commercial break for a minute. Y'all, during this commercial break, I want y'all to share. Please share this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing so good. We got 1,600 likes and followers on here, and we trying to get Royce's Rant to be South Central Tennessee's multimedia company. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to create our own network here. You know what I'm saying? And it really starts with you guys. All right. So while we're on this break, I want y'all just to share this. All right. Because we're going to tap into some more things because I got a deeper story for you. All right. We out in just a minute.
Love just Jay's butter. It's really good on your hair.
My favorite has got to be the peppermint mist leave-in conditioner. It's so soothing to your scalp. I've had dry, itchy scalp, and I tell you, it's amazing.
My favorite product with Jay's butter is the natural flaxseed elixir, especially on the hair that's not mine.
Y'all know what? I really love Jay's butter. I love Jay's butter.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Royce the Voice, and I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Kevin Lambert, aka the Cell Phone Guy. Now has a new website at www.tncellphoneguy.com. He will turn your phone from hell to heaven. He's open 24/7. He'll have your phone done in about 30 to 45 minutes, an hour at the most. There's no other guy that I would rather call locally. It's Kevin Lambert. So y'all make sure y'all check him out, all right? He will turn your phone from hell to heaven. www.tncellphoneguy.com. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Royce the Voice, Orange Click, Orange Leader. Shout out to K-Team, Speak Your Thoughts or Lose Your Mind. And yes. Yeah, shout out to Gwen, because Gwen over here calling me out. So I'm going to shout out to Gwen. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? And shout out to all my, what's up, la. That's how I'm going to say your name. It's the way that we rock when we doing our thing. Cynthia Davis, too often people allow fear to lead them. It can keep you stagnant or make you move backwards instead of forward. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my, my YouTube people and stuff like that. Shout out to, what's up, Mr. Vance? How you doing, Mr. Vance? Good to see you, my brother. I saw that post you had up there with Dallas, man. They feeding them boys looking a little skinny over there. They like they need a little wind. You know what I'm saying? I see that, man. Shout out to my big bro Terrell and everybody that's on here. Anybody that I've missed, you know what I'm saying? I actually put y'all up on my page a little earlier. Just to give a shout out to my top fans. And yeah, let me just take some time out for the top fans, for the ones that just, that are constantly on and constantly commenting and sharing and stuff like that. And not to really leave anybody else that's not doing that or whatnot, but it's just, you got to pinpoint the people that are up there. And, without me reading through it, it's up on my page. I just want to thank all of you. And we're trying to think of some incentives to give to you. And maybe even try to connect with our sponsors and stuff to see, how we can work some things out to, some of our, top people to be on here weekly and monthly and sharing. So y'all just please continue to share like you guys are doing. I'm really enjoying this and I'm appreciate the love and stuff like that as I'm opening up to you guys that I do so often. Somebody told me one time that I'm kind of like that guy, like Jay-Z said a story about Kanye West is the type of dude that goes over in the hill and gets shot by a bunch of arrows and then comes back down the hill and say, hey, everything, the coast is clear. And that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like that I kind of put myself out there, you know what I mean? And it's okay, you know what I mean? Because I'm speaking my thoughts or I'm going to lose my mind. So we see y'all sharing and stuff like that. Shout out to y'all doing that. So let's get back to the business, all right? So, the next thing, we're going to talk about here is abuse. Okay? Abuse is probably one of the most talked about and not talked about thing in this social area that we have. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people go through mental abuse. A lot of people go through physical abuse, spiritual abuse, all types of abuse, verbal abuse. That's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? When they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words have never hurt me. Whoo. I like to say something like this. The sticks and stones will break your bones, but right? Those bones will heal after those sticks and stones. But see, words, see, them words can come back on you real quick. You can just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? And something will pop up, that happened to you mentally. And you still got that mental note of it, or maybe what somebody said or how they said it to you and the way it made you feel. That's a hard thing to get over because you can't see, you can't see visually mental hurt. You can see physical hurt. You can see the bruises. You can see the bones broken and stuff like that. You feel me? R.I.P. to Wesley Clark Francis, yes, and Lucas Martinez. Oh, definitely on that, man. As a matter of fact, you know what I mean? If you remind me again, B.J. Anderson, we'll have a moment of silence for that, you know what I mean? But definitely, yeah, we need an R.I.P. for Wesley Clark and Clark Francis and Lucas Martinez. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? We'll take a moment of silence for that, you know what I'm saying? Toward the end of the show, man, just to show some love and stuff like that. But man, let me tell you a little bit about my abuse. Some people have heard it, some people haven't, but I like to bring it up every now and then just to let you know that, I'm human. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk about it. All right. My type of abuse was not mental. My type of abuse wasn't physical. It was psychological. But my abuse was sexual. My abuse was sexual. I was sexually abused for 5 years. I was sexually abused for 5 years with the same sex. It started when I was 7 years old. Lasted till I was about maybe 12 or so. You know what I'm saying? And it really had an effect on me as I got older because I didn't tell my mother till I was like 27, and that was like 20 years later. And I remember when I told my mom, she was like, son, why didn't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like I would have killed that dude. And I said, Mama, I was 7 years old. That was my first sexual experience ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you supposed to do at 7 years old when nobody's talked to you about sex? So, I was 7 years old. I was playing, Sega Genesis. I'm not going to get graphic. So, we're all adults. Y'all can visualize how I'm speaking in metaphors here. So I was playing, Sega Genesis. I think Sonic was the ish back then, you know what I'm saying? I was playing my Sonic 2. And, one of my neighbors, I remember his name very well. I won't call him out because I'm going to handle that business myself, But he was sitting next to me, and all I could really remember, let me stop saying that, what I could really remember. As far as for me, what I do remember, I was froze like a mug. I was playing my game, and all of a sudden, dude started feeling on my leg and stuff. Unzipping my pants and then bloop. Now here I am at 7 years old, wondering why I'm being so stimulated. Why am I being stimulated at 7 years old? Like, why is this even happening? Right? I had no clue what it was. I just kind of just stayed focused, on playing the game. I kind of look over and look down and just be like, okay, I guess if this is the way it was, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I guess, nobody's told me about this before. I ain't never heard about a woman's parts or nothing like that. I just know mine. And all I know is this teenager, he was about 6 years older than me at that time. I think he was like 13, curly head, black kid with glasses, little foggy glasses, you know what I'm saying, was feeling on me. And not only was, he feeling on me, you know what I'm saying? The dude performed oral sex on me, and I was just lost. Like, I was so lost. I was so stuck. I can't even describe the emotion that I had or how I was feeling, because I just don't know. When something happens for the first time, right? And nobody's ever talked to you about this before, and then you entrust somebody who's supposedly your best friend, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of let it happen. And, it happened for 5 years. But see, what happened was it had me go seek others that were my age that were going through the same thing that I could court with. So I had 2 other friends that I would confide in that were my age at that time, 7, 8 years old. And we would do the same thing to each other as was done to us. Now, to tell the truth, I don't know their story and what happened to them. But see, when you're in that realm of that, you kind of know who's been through what. Does that make sense? You kind of understand, like, without it being explained, like, oh, they're kind of like me, just based off of the conversations we're having. You know what I'm saying? So that happened for 5 years with those same 2 people. Oh, and the one that initiated it. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was so confused. I was about maybe 10 years old. And the guy, I'm just gonna call him the guy that had done that to me, you know what I'm saying? He told me this girl had a birthday present for me, right? And so, I went down there to his house. He was just 2 houses away. I was living in Donaldson at the time. And she said, come behind the barn door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. So I come behind the barn door. She unzips her pants. And she's like, surprise. And I'm like, hey, where's your ish at? Like, where your stuff at? Right? That's how green I was. I'm over here looking for a daggum penis, because I don't know the anatomy of a woman at 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Which, who's supposed to? Unless you're a woman yourself, right? And thinking about it now, that's how far gone I was, because I knew nothing but what was done to me. So when I've told this to some people, they would say, well, would you consider yourself was gay then? I said, no, I don't know if I would call that gay, because I think if that was gay, that would be more like a conscious thought. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing and I like it and I'm going to continue to do it. With me, it was like, this is all I know and I've become numb to it. It's become a part of life, a way of life. I didn't identify it as that. So in a way, I can kind of understand people, the way they are and maybe how they think, whatever world they want to go to or whatever world that they're in. I can understand that mentality. I can understand that mentality of people who've been sexually abused, especially by the same sex. You know what I'm saying? So there was this one last incident. I was 11, I was turning 12, and was with the new kid in the neighborhood. I done moved over there about the end of Bell Road. And, we were getting ready to do the whole thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a moment that hit me, right? And as we were beginning to do that, I stopped. And I was like, this is exactly how I was. I stopped and I was like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. In that moment, it was just like a moment of just like clarity. And we both looked at each other and we were like, hey man, you ain't gonna tell, you good? You ain't gonna tell? Yeah, no, man, we cool. No, we cool, bro. Okay, bet. That's the end of that chapter. I don't know if he went on still doing what he does or whatever. I hadn't, this was 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how he is, but I know how I am. You know what I mean? But all jokes aside, you feel me? From that moment, I started liking women, having an attraction towards women, all creeds, all colors. You know what I'm saying? I started to develop an attraction for that. And, I'm not here to say, what I'm saying, that I got into the norm of things. I want to stop using that word because, first of all, I'm not here to judge. So I can't sit there and say, oh, I became normal again or whatever. I just became me. You know what I'm saying? I became me. And what happened to me happened to me. But what I like is what I like. And I stand firm on that. But I'm going to tell you how it affected me. And this is the part where I say, sorry, I'm waving everybody. This is the part when I say, this part that I'm coping with, right? I'm coping with the fact that it has done something to me. I'm coping with the fact that I may look at certain things a little differently. I'm coping with the fact that it gives me a radar to kind of know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm coping with the fact of how it raised my sexual libido, because I felt like all that was done to me with that particular sex, with that same sex, I put that on to the opposite sex that was never done to me. I was a virgin until I was going on 19. I was on my way to college. I was on my way to college before I became a non-virgin. I broke my virginity right before I went to college. Everybody in high school just thought Royce was this dude, this little star athlete, dating beautiful women. They just knew I was smashing. I wasn't smashing a thing. I was so nervous. I was so green. I didn't know what to do with a woman. I've had, of course, makeout sessions and stuff like that. I was always a romantic, you know what I'm saying? I would set up the scene quite nice. If anybody knows Titanic, you ever made out in front of your car, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were definitely handprints inside the car, you know what I'm saying? But it was definitely just for making out. All that making out, all that fog for 2 hours. I don't know how you can kiss for 2 hours and just still be okay with it. But anyway, I was green, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was like to really be with a woman, because I was kind of a little traumatized about everything that had happened to me prior to then. Mind you, when I moved back to Tullahoma at 12 years old, I was just 6 months from that incident, that final incident. You know what I'm saying? So then getting approached by girls when I come back to Tullahoma to play football, it's like, whoa, oh, okay. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting aroused, I'm 13 years old. Like, oh, shoot. Okay. I actually like this. You know what I mean? I found what I like, and it's comfortable. And I may have certain mannerisms. I've had insecurities about myself, things that I'm used to cope with. Like, I was raised in a family that was, I was raised in a co-parent type family. And let me tell you this. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm going to tell you this. My co-parenting was the shit. Shout out to my dad, my stepmom, my stepdad, my mama, everybody that was involved in my life. I had a great family life. No matter how many divorces there were, how many breakups there were, they still kept that center and that attention on the children. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate that, But once again, things that I was coping with, it lingered. It followed me. I became, a lot of people don't know, I'm very introverted. I can be very introverted. I can lock myself in a room and you don't talk to me. I won't answer your calls. I won't do nothing. I'll be introverted in the mud. I locked myself up in that room, you know what I'm saying, when I was living with my dad up above the garage, and I would just zone out, listen to records and stuff like that, 8 tracks with my dad's, play on his little bass guitar and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea what was wrong with me. I was like, man, why am I like this? Like, what is this? What's going on? And it took me so long to realize everything that was bothering me, It took me so long to realize, why am I having sex with all these women? Especially in college, especially after college. Why am I having sex with all these women? What am I trying to prove? And I realized I was making up for something that I guess I didn't have. Or at the same time, I don't know. I'm just being real with y'all. I don't know when it comes to molestation or rape or anything, why I've heard in a bunch of stories where it actually heightens your libido or you become promiscuous. So I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I just know that I became promiscuous when those things had happened to me. When I finally came into fruition with my sexual organs and who I was just using them on everybody. You know, I was a hoe. Straight up. A straight up hoe, man. You know, some might even say, a womanizer. And so let me tell you what happens when you don't face your fears, or when you don't when you don't find a way to get yourself out of a situation mentally. Because that sexual abuse, to me, it kept me so quiet. I didn't express much how I felt. Remember I told you about mistakes, not speaking your thoughts or losing your mind? All that jumbled up together not only got me into sexual abuse, well, that ain't what happened with sexual abuse, but all that, holding all that in, that got me into physical abuse, right? Yeah, I'm putting myself out there. I've been abused, and I've been the abuser, you know. Now, you know, it wasn't no daggone eat the cake anime, you know, I'm just coming in just whooping ass. You know, I've never been anybody like that, but, you know, I've been in a couple of relationships that were ridiculously abusive, to where my defense now turned into my offense. You feel what I'm saying? Just because me being a man, me having an ego, and me having reflexes as a man, you know, you can only get hit so many times until do what you got to do, you know. I'm not ashamed of that, but am I sorry for it? Yeah, very sorry, because I just felt like I could have handled myself better, even though it was never mine. I never just initiated just physically abusing someone. It always started out as defense to offense. And I've been in trouble for it. You know, I went to jail for it. Wasn't a good feeling, you know, staring at some of them walls and stuff like that, and overcrowded jail in Davis County at that time. You know what I'm saying? It made me think about some things. You know what I mean? I remember that was the year that J. Cole's album came out, that 2014 album. I think it was Forest Hill or something like that. And I remember that first song. Oh my God. You know, when I got out, when I got out on bail or whatever, and I went to the shower with the same chick that I was with, I was taking a shower, and I played that song, and boy, I had bawled. I was like, man, what the F is wrong with me? What is going on? I had so many demons inside of me, because I knew I was not that person. Real talk. My producer can vouch for me. You know, they knew the ups and downs that I was going through. Something had definitely changed. And I definitely had something in me that I could not control and was afraid to speak to. You know what I'm saying? And to call it out. I wasn't dealing with my demons. And then it just carried on to the next relationship, right? Next relationship, which was the last one I was in, you know, same thing. Cool guy. I brought my skeletons to the closet, though, out of the closet, or I kept them in the closet. Let me say that. I was like Erykah Badu, you know what I'm saying? I didn't pack light. I brought my problems with me, and she did too. But it's not about her. It's not the blame game. I'm only holding myself accountable for what I've done. You know, those mistakes by bringing in those skeletons to other relationships. They didn't ask for that. She didn't ask for that. Regardless of even what she was going through, she didn't need any more. And, you know, I blame myself for doing that, for bringing my skeletons into a situation that caused more problems, that caused more abuse. Now, thank God I didn't go to jail. Neither one of us went to jail for that, because I don't want to glorify this, but she was a trail one. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was calling the cops on this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody calling no cops in the hood like that and stuff like that. We just try to handle it. But I didn't like it. I would come to work with scars on my eyes. You know what I'm saying? had a moment, I would just come scarred, you know. I was holding in a lot of things. You feel me? Nino says isolation and time with self can empower a man to accomplish great things. That was right. And I definitely wasn't taking that time to isolate because I was in this small apartment in the little projects, you know what I'm saying, where everybody can hear you. The walls are thin, you know, and I'm dealing with a child, you know, this, you know, it's not mine or whatever. I'm dealing with an individual, you know, that had our own issues, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're talking about me. I wasn't fixing me. And once again, I put myself in a situation with her because I didn't take care of myself. I wanted to be in something convenient. Okay, this is convenient right now. I can get with her. Great. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about all this other ish later, right? No. Because if you don't talk about that, it's going to come back around. And boy, did it come back around. We probably broke up with each other more times than, you know what I'm saying, than London on the Track and what's my girl name that sing that song? You know what I'm saying? Not her, but the other chick. Anyway, we done broke up more than dadgum. We broke up about 10 times, off and on. Leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, sleep in my car, come back, sleep on the couch. Josh is at Johnny's crib, come back. You know what I'm saying? Leave, come back. You feel what I'm saying? Summer Walker, there you go. And NA94 said, did you ever talk to your girlfriend this type of thing happened to you? If so, when is the right time? You know, now. Like if you're in a relationship or you just started one, you talk about it now. You talk about it right now to answer your question, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You talk about it right now. The moment it comes across your mind, the moment you meet somebody, you need to tell them everything about your life. Everything, if they're worth it, first of all. You know what I'm saying? If it's the type of person that you feel like you're going to spend some nice amount of time with, yeah, open up and let them know some things. Like, hey, I'm not coming, you know, I don't want to come in here with no surprises because I don't want nobody to come behind you saying, Royce did this and Royce did that, which happened to me in my last relationship. You feel me? The fact that I didn't come to my ex at the time and let her know everything that was going on in my life, somebody else decided to do that through a text message of an anonymous person and just told her everything. Well, I didn't know about this. Or why didn't you? Is this true, Royce? Or what is it? Who is it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll always come back on you. You know what I mean? So just going back, bringing those skeletons and not talking to my ex about these things only created more skeletons, only created more drama. You know what I'm saying? And once again, here I am hiding my feelings, sneaking off, going to talking to other women on the phone. One thing I can say is I never, you know, physically cheated on her, but I did cheat on her as far as giving my time to other people, expressing how I felt instead of expressing how I felt to that individual that I was with. You know what I'm saying? That's my fault. You feel me? That was just me being a punk, being scared to face my fears, being scared to let somebody know that this is how I'm feeling or this is what I was going through. Fear out of that. And then who knows, if I would have spoke that into existence, if I would have spoke what was on my mind or what I was going through, what was bothering me, hey, who knows, it probably could have worked out. I don't know. Or it maybe would just like, we would say, hey, maybe you're just better off by yourself and then we just be cool friends. You dig what I'm saying? But I didn't do it. And so that leads me here to 2020, right? 2019 is when we broke up in March. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down the list. Addiction. I began to have an addiction. You know what those addictions were? It was two things. Cigarettes and masturbation. Yep, I said it. I don't know if y'all recall when I was in my Royce's Rant beginnings, I would have like the all-season talks and I would talk about semen retention. You know why I was talking about semen retention? Because I was freaking whacking like my freaking, yeah. You know, I was coping with something. It wasn't really just because I was horny. It was just because I was coping. I was holding in a lot of stuff, and no pun intended. Y'all stop laughing. I'm trying to be serious here. But I was holding in a lot of stuff, you know. Cigarettes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I still smoke them now. Not as much as I used to, but let me tell you something. You know, I would go through a pack almost in a day. And I know with some, they'll be like, oh, I do 2 or 3. Okay, that's cool, you know. But for me, that wasn't my style. You feel what I'm saying? That was not my style at all. You feel me? And no, I see my guy up in here, man. Hold on just a second, Nino, because I'm gonna bring him in right at the right time. So my addiction was masturbation. My addiction was smoking. And so I had to figure out a way to really to get off of that. So with the masturbation, once again, I just started, like I said, okay, let me start off with this retention thing, you know, because I was reading that, you know, we have natural testosterone in our bodies as men, and busting that particular, you know what I'm saying, liquid out your whatever, you know, you giving off that energy, and next thing you know, you're tired, you don't feel like doing nothing. And so I said, I'm gonna work on this. Let me see if I can chill on that. And if I ever get the urge, I'm gonna go lift weights. So if y'all remember, I don't know, back then, brother was getting a little swole, you know what I'm saying? Because I was holding in that testosterone. You dig what I'm saying? And channeling my energy to something else. You feel what I mean? And that really did good for me. It was like I only needed like 4 to 6 hours of sleep at the most, and I was just up at 6 a.m. for no reason because I had all this energy. I'm like, man, this shit is really working. You feel me? I've slowed down on the cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really do need to quit that stuff because that cigarette smoke was really coming from that last relationship. Oh boy, she used to smoke like a chimney. And every time that we get in arguments, you know, within that argument section, I done smoked a whole pack of cigarettes. Now I'm dehydrated. Now I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to there's still some little edges that need to be, you know, shaved off just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know, there's still a lot of things that I need to work on. You feel me? But before I get into my closing with manifesting, man, I wanna bring my guy up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring my boy Nino. Nino, you ready, man? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're prepared for we won't get y'all. Okay, I think he's good. Okay, Josh, can you bring him in here? I want to make sure he's ready. You in there? I didn't want to catch you off guard, man. Can you hear me?
No, man. I'm ready, man. You got me in tune, man. You got me in tune. You know, this is my lane, man. I love the topic. I love the conversation, man.
Yeah, man.
Love
That's what's up, man. Well, first of all, how you doing, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. You know, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays are my self-care days, so I'm chilling. I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm enjoying life, man.
So let me ask, since you brought that up, you know what I'm saying? Can you explain a little bit of that? You know what I'm saying? Like what you do?
Yeah. Well, it's not so much as what I do, is what I'm supposed to be doing. I made a pact with myself, man, that I would take 3 days to myself to actually give back to myself. So whether it's go get a pedicure, manicure, massage, go to the salt cave and get some sleep, or you know, work out, or just take myself to brunch, man, to go do something. Because you know, my therapist said she thinks I suffer from survivor's guilt. So I don't really do nothing for myself. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. So, you know, I make money, but I don't spend it. So, you know, I told myself 3 days should be enough days for me to do it. I typically don't do shit but sleep, but hey, you know.
I feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a good thing to go by, man. You know what I'm saying? To set some time for yourself. Because, man, you know, a lot of my home peeps, they say that a lot. They say, make sure you take some time for yourself. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, man, you know, but it be the people that tell me that are the ones that that be needing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? And so I kind of have to juggle that a little bit. Man, I think the last time I really just had time for myself, to be honest with you, was just really on my birthday, which was about 2 months ago. I was completely, I turned off my phone. I went to Rutledge Falls, you know what I'm saying? You know, put something in the air, you know, and just looked at the waterfall and felt the little mist on my face. And I mean, that shit just felt good, you know, just that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And it just
right.
allowed my mind to be like, man, I just started thinking about all types of crazy stuff. Like, oh man, I'm gonna tell Josh about this idea, man. We can do this. Like, so
Right.
you know,
Right, you got to do it. One thing that I realized about myself, that because I've been tuned into the topic and the conversation and everything you're talking about, is like I said, it's something that we need to speak about more in the Black community, because in the Black community we don't understand self-care, we don't understand coping. We don't even. I didn't hear the word coping until I started going to therapy. It was like, what you mean coping? I ain't retarded. What you mean by coping? Like, I don't know what coping means.
yeah.
So that time that we use this for self-care to ourselves is basically time to reboot ourselves in a sense, to revitalize ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's needed, man, most definitely.
I feel that, man. And I'm gonna let you do this because I'm always the one that just excited to tell things about new moves and stuff like that from people, man. But yeah, man. Why don't you go in and kind of give people a little leeway, man, of what's about to pop off here, man, with what you got going with the show and everything.
Oh, okay. Well, first and foremost, thank you guys for having me, man. I know I've been knowing y'all for decades, man, and for us to be able to come together on something this big, I really appreciate the opportunity. Yeah. But for everybody that's watching, it's your man Nino Black, Nashville native, voice of the street. Everybody know me. I'm here. You see what I'm saying? But I got a show that I do called Black Thoughts. I done reached out, linked up with Royce's Rants, linked up with Josh. We about to take it prime time. We about to go live. We about to connect together, and we about to do this. We about to make the Black Thoughts show a real show. And what I mean by real show is anytime you put Josh Levitt name on it or you put Royce's Rant somewhere close to it, it's prime time. So I'm blessed to be here and I'm blessed to do it, man. And I just thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough, man. And I look forward to bringing in them views, man.
Man, you already know, and this Josh, he's already on it, man. Sending some of them clips and stuff like that, man. And Black Thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? Every other Tuesday, and we're really excited about that. And you know what? But before I let you go, because I'm gonna do my closing. But it's interesting that everything that I'm talking about right here with coping, mistakes, abuse, addiction, manifesting. I want to tell the people about our relationship, you and I, you know what I'm saying? In a general note, just to show people like, okay, my people, here's it. First I have to give you a shout out to say that, when me and Josh were in Tullahoma, you know what I'm saying, we were trying to, figure out how we were gonna have an outreach, and we really trying to get right back in touch into the Nashville scene because nobody's really believing us in Tullahoma, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in the midst of us, we were getting a studio built and stuff like that, and Nino was just in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And he literally just said, I guess we were outside chilling one night, and he was just like, yeah, man, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? What's going on over here? I'm like, man, we do this, we do that, man, we do music and stuff like this. And he was like, man, so he came in a little studio. At the time, he was sitting down listening to some stuff. He was like, man, y'all got some potential, man. And from that moment, you were like, man, I would like y'all to do my first video or whatever. Or I don't say your first video, but I'd like y'all to do, like a video. And that was like our first video we ever done in the Nashville scene, because the last video that we did, music video, was the first video we did. Shout out to Winchester. The song was called Embalming Fluid. Shout out to Mr. Murray, Reno Reed, you know what I'm saying, Rod, all my dudes out there, man. Like, thank y'all for having faith in us for doing that. And it's still up. Embalming Fluid is still up if y'all want to watch it. But it was I really thought I was doing something with that daggum T2 camera with the kit lens and a monopod, but that was the struggle, man. Made it work. So, we did a video. We did a video for Nino. You know what I'm saying? I think we did some things for his birthday bash too. We did a couple of promos for that at the Rutledge. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so we just developed this relationship, and then I started incorporating them even to some of the projects I was doing for mixtape purposes, just to do it because I love the art of it. So he became like an actor in some of our stuff. You know what I mean? So he was just heavily involved. And but this is what I want to tell people, man. And without just being specific, there was a time within that relationship that we had that we kind of fell off, and
Absolutely.
I know, and in my and on my side, you know what I'm saying. I was very, very, very. I was very one-sided. I was only listening with one side of the ear. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't listening with both ears. I wasn't putting things together right. And just to be real, I was just being emotional, so it wasn't allowing me to be logical in certain thinking. You know what I mean? And I held a grudge. It was a quiet grudge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, you said the video already, no sound? Okay, you
Right.
never typed it. Oh, you talking about Nino's video you said ready? Oh, that was a late text. My bad. I'm getting my text late. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not. But anyway, yeah, he did it. Okay, gotcha. So anyway, so I was really like holding a grudge for all that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was the first. It ain't got no sound right now. You could put the sound, but that was the video. You know what I'm saying? I think it was off a beat from Murder Mook. I think, right?
Yeah. No,
Yep.
I can't remember exactly. I think so. But yeah. Y'all killed
And-
that jump, man.
Oh,
And
boy.
correction, that was my first and only video, man. I never shot another one, man.
That's crazy. And you had Aoki Ayana in there and his homeboys. And I think one of the DJs used to be a DJ for Master P, right, back in the day?
Yeah, he still is the Master P DJ.
Okay, so he's doing this thing, you know what I mean? So it was a real kind of hip hop thing, man, you know what I'm saying? Once again, with the T2 camera, with the kit lens and the monopod and, my hands. We did what we, shout out to Final Cut Pro and all that stuff.
Look, I think you shocked yourself. I think you looking at it like, damn, this is kind of good.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I was,
Yeah,
dang, we
man.
put all types of stuff in that mother. But, that's real, though, man. So that's how that started, and, within that hiatus of the grudge, you know what I'm saying, that I was holding, on his side, he wasn't quite sure of what was really going on. Like, yo, where's all this energy coming from? And, we had talked about it briefly before, but then as we got into further in our careers, we had no choice but to see each other. So, so Nino came up to Winchester, my hometown, and we had like a Juneteenth, Juneteenth celebration there. And I saw Nino up there, and I was like, dang, I said, okay, what's up, man? You know what I mean? I'm like, the man came all the way down here from Nashville. I was like, all right, what's good? And one thing I like about you is just like, all right, look, pineapples, before we get into all this kind of talk, let me just address something to you. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you how I feel, about this particular situation. And we talked about those situations.
Absolutely.
And I had no choice but to sit there and sink it in, because we were right there face to face. There wasn't no internet shit. And I was like, man, that whole time that you were speaking to me, I was like, damn, I said, all this time, you know what I mean? All this time,
Right.
that
Right.
shit could have been squashed so long ago. And I
But-
felt,
But I have to take blame for that too, man, because I've been cultivated in a culture where men don't explain themselves to other men. That's the thought process I've always been raised on. Well, if it's up there, it's up there. If it ain't up there, when I see you, I see you. Whatever, we'll talk about it when I see you. But I was cultivated in a culture to where if it's a problem, then you'll show me it's a problem when I see you.
yeah,
And I'm not going to explain myself to you. You see what I'm saying?
right.
So I never wanted to talk about it because I was raised you don't talk about it. If it's a problem, when you see him, how he acts, then you handle it in that facet. You know what I'm saying? So it had to take me years and time and therapy for me to realize that it's okay to have a conversation.
Yeah.
You don't automatically have to turn to war. We can talk. It's okay. You can
Yeah.
let your guard down. So it was timing. I feel like it was timing, and the conversation happened when it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if it had happened 5-6 years earlier, it probably would have been something different. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Especially especially where my life was at, and just not even cool with myself at the moment. You know what I mean? So, everything happens in its time. But one thing I will say, brother Nino, man, like, you've always been a stand-up guy, my dude. You've always been a stand-up dude. You've always been real. People may see you as like the villain or whatever, but all that takes is just a simple conversation. Because I'm gonna be real. Some of the best Marvel characters to me were the villains. Because sometimes they just want to be heard. Like, people like the Joker or something, you know what I mean? And other villains that may have Magneto, you know, might be a little misunderstood. It's like he ain't trying to be mean, but he's being left out. Like, y'all, what's going on?
You know, I had this conversation with a group of friends the other day, and they was telling me about all the stories they heard about me before actually meeting me. And what they concluded, because I was just listening, I was a fly on the wall, I act like I wasn't there. What they concluded is I don't talk. I don't get online and say, hey, this person said this about me and this is how I feel about that. I don't do that. I feel like, hey, I do enough in my community. I do enough for my family. I do enough for my friends that when I die, they can speak for me, right? So if you feel like I did this, or if you feel like that's something I would do, then obviously you don't know me. And you don't know me well enough to where I owe you a conversation. You see what I'm saying? You know, and throughout my life, I realized it's a lot of people who felt a certain kind of way about me. But once they allowed themselves to get around me, they realized, like, what the hell? You know, I thought you was the dude that did all this. It was like, nah, it's somebody that was upset with me that created that image. It was somebody who I put in a place that created that image. But I'm always gonna be me. I'm always gonna be humble. I'm gonna always. When I met you guys, I didn't look at you guys and go, hey man, you know, I'm up here selling, you know, 4 or 5 pounds of weed a week every time I come up here.
Right.
Why y'all ain't got no money? I didn't look at y'all like that. I look at y'all like, hey, y'all cold. You know, I like what I hear. I like, you know, so y'all make all this out of this little ass room right here. Oh, that's hard. Like, imagine what y'all could do if y'all had a bigger room. You know, that's me though. That's always been me. You see what I mean?
That's real, man, and I appreciate that, man. And before we let you out, I've been notified that we like to play the G Street, you know what I'm saying, commercial. You know what I mean, Josh? If you got it ready, you feel what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
G Street Quick Draw Gun Magnet. Unlike the competitor who imitated and sell similar products with more expensive prices, G Street Gun Magnet Mount is specially designed and engineered to provide you the safest and most convenient experience.
Do you want to access your guns quickly in case of an emergency? Do you feel safe in your car and at home? Do you want to be able to hold your guns for any different situation? After our research, we have redefined our gun magnet mount for the market to solve any complaints from gun fans. We have designed and redesigned our magnet mounts, which is made from premium, eco-friendly material, excellent craft, unique appearance with quick draw and quick load functions, and hold flat surface firearms safely and secure.
Order your G Street Quick Draw Gun Magnet today with free delivery at gstreetedc.square.site.
Look, I suggest that you fall in line and show me my respect. I'm the best. None of y'all a threat. This is not a test. I'm upset. Come around here, I'll make you stand on all your threats.
Oh. The Sesame.
Appreciate that, man. I like that.
That junk is straight slick though. That remind me of that Kevin Hart skit where he's saying them situations just in case somebody catch me in the living room. Oh, I got something by the dryer. You know what I mean? Oh, you gonna come to me in the okay. That's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate that, man. And you know, we're gonna see more of that, man. You know what I'm saying? As we get you up here, you know what I'm saying, with the squad, man. And you know, we just appreciate you, just reaching out, and it's just everything has come to full circle, man. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited about, what you're going to be bringing to the table, man, and just diversifying this group, you know what I'm saying, that we have under this program so people can see, the black side of things. And I'm glad that you call it Black Thoughts, you know what I mean? Because I definitely want people to know more of our culture, you know what I'm saying, and our thought processes and our history and stuff like that. And who better to relate that, would be you and your constituents and stuff, man. So shout out to you, my guy, man. Anything you want to lead the people before we close out with you?
No, man, just understand that when you come tune in to Black Thoughts, it's a little more ratchet than Royce's rants, man. We use profanity, we get live, but we also dig deep, man. I don't like scratching the surface when it comes to black topics. I want to go deep. I want to get to the root cause of the problem and see if we can fix it. So we're gonna discuss everything, and that's why I enjoyed this conversation tonight that you're having, man. And I hope you continue to have these kind of conversations, man, because they're needed, and not just for the black culture, but for the world. Like men, we need to have these conversations. when I hear you tell your story, it's a piece of me that I never saw in you before. I see a piece of you that I've never seen before. Even though I've been knowing you for years, I never knew that about you until I saw it on your first podcast. So keep telling your story, man. Keep fighting through that uncomfortableness, man, and you're gonna become a superhero, bro. Most definitely.
And I appreciate that, man. And you know, on that further note, man, we're gonna exit out Nino Black, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna we're gonna talk to you a little later, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stay in the green box, man. Just gonna do your thing, cause you know my closeout be long as hell. But you know, we'll be in touch, my brother.
Most definitely, man. Black Power. I'm finna go get me something to eat.
All right, brother. One. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And you know, before I close out, I had one little topic or whatever, and it was just about manifesting. And I definitely want to first shout out Gwendolyn Carr, Cynthia Davis, Christian Davenport, BJ Anderson. I said that already. My man, NA 1994, and just reading what he said, a lot of his struggles with porn and masturbation in sermons, and now you are talking about as openly as you are. It's given me the courage to continuously admit my struggles and what I go through. Man, that is good, brother. That is good, man. I really do appreciate you. I really do appreciate you tuning in. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see somebody from YouTube looking at my stuff. You know, we just getting started, man. So I appreciate you. You know, I hope that you're a subscriber, man. You know, and you know, we continue to stay in touch and stuff like that. And you know, but let me speak on this. This manifesting real quick. So this is a pact that I made with myself, and you know, me and my producer talk about this all the time. And I got to give a shout out to Jamie Moorhead too, because she actually, you know, just brought this to my attention. And this is what she asked me. She said, Royce, what do you want? What do you want for your team? What do you want for your squad? You know what I'm saying? And if I may, I'm going to tell you what I told her that I wanted. And she typed it up in this little thing for me, you know what I'm saying, in a little email. So, you know, I'm going to read that, you know, and she kind of put it all in a little thing for me. All right. So let me find out. Okay. So this is what she said. Well, basically, this is what she typed out for me on the things that I wanted. She says, I am James Royce Massengill Jr. I am a man with a God-given plan and purpose. I am a man with a vision, plan, and a team. My team and I will be multimedia network like OWN. We will be filmmakers for A and B-list artists. Our production will be South Central Tennessee's media and entertainment. It is my passion and my gift. My gift will make room for me, and it will be a full-time job for not just me, but the whole team. We want it bad enough to put all our resources into it. This isn't about me. It's about the people's lives that will be affected and changed through mine's and my team's gifts. We are not focused on people, places, or things irrelevant to our brand, goals, and vision. We will not devalue ourselves to appease to everyone. We got this even on our worst days. Now, if you ain't got friends like that, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And that is my manifestation. And I believe everybody should manifest these things. Manifest what you want in your life. Who, what, where, when, and why. If you got a dream, you manifest it. You develop a plan for that goal that you have, and you go for it. Royce's Rant has been going strong for 17 months, over 100 different episodes. You know what I'm saying, of various things. You know, within that, you know, we've had, it continues to grow, you know, with having more outlets, you know, having more connects. Still looking for more sponsors, you know what I'm saying? Sundrop, holla at us. Y'all know y'all from this area. Jack Daniels, what's good? I'm thirsty. I'm manifesting that too. Jack Daniels and Sundrop, y'all from this area down here. What's up? What's up? Let's manifest that into here. You know, I'm manifesting being a pillar in the community and the whole team being pillars in their own communities, because now we're killing two birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? I'm manifesting all that positively. And I know that you guys see me, and, you know, I don't want people to think this is just a political show. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to think that. This is like social and political. We talk about social issues. That's what Royce's Rant started out as. It just happened to be the season for the politics. And now that that's kind of over, it's kind of really dig back into those issues a little bit, you know, but I don't want nobody to get me confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm not red, I'm not blue, I'm purple. So I may sway left and I may sway right, but it's only because I'm speaking from both sides, trying to find that middle point for how we can all get along, come together, find some type of resolution to whatever that we're going through. You dig what I'm saying? Because I do care about the people, and I want the people to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. Shout out to Dr. Anatomy and the prescription. I'm thankful for him for coming on to the squad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nino with Black Thoughts. I'm appreciative of them for coming on to the squad, and each of them giving their own interpretations of who they are and what they want to manifest and what they want to bring to the table, which covers all grounds. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lise Winnie from Baltimore. We'll be doing some work with her soon. Shout out to WCDT Radio for, allowing us to use your platform. We got something big. We're going to be using y'all's equipment soon, so just wait on us. But anyway, y'all, this is going to be a short show. Like I said, it wasn't going to be that long. But I just wanted y'all to know that, hey, I'm human. The procession looks good as hell, don't it? But just know that I'm human and that I go through things just like everybody else. But I'm not really too much afraid to speak on that. Not afraid, because I want to be an inspiration to people. I want people to know that it's okay to talk about these things to maybe somebody you entrust, So without further, I'm your boy Royce the Voice, Orange Click, Orange Leaders. Shout out to K-Team, Speak Your Thoughts or Lose Your Mind. And we up out of here.